All right, here's another story about the Baal Shem Tov, similar to a story that I told before, but the Baal Shem Tov was sitting at the Passover Seder with his pupils. And at the beginning, he laughed. At the beginning, he laughed. And his pupils didn't know why. And in the end, in the middle, he laughed again. And finally, in the end, he really started to laugh. And he stood up and he started dancing, and everybody danced with him. So they asked the Baal Shem Tov if he could explain why. So he said, yes, I'll tell you what. He said, I saw that there was an old man, a Jewish man and woman, simple people, and they were making a Seder Passover on their own. And the wife said to the husband, you know, she stopped to say the Seder. He drank the first 2 cups, and he started telling the Haggadah. And she said, my dear husband, this is not right. This is not right. Why did God punish the Jewish people? He put them into exile. They suffered over there in Egyptian bondage. They didn't do anything wrong. They were born in exile. I don't understand it. And not only that, why are we in exile now? And her husband said, we mustn't speak against God. Whatever God does is okay. Everything is good. You just have to accept it. She said, okay, if that's what you say, so I'll accept it. So she was happy. They come near the end of before the 4th cup. And she said, listen, I heard what you said. She says to her husband, I heard what you said. You shouldn't ask questions, but it doesn't make sense to me. I just finished reading what it says over here. Why did God have to make the Jewish people suffer with little babies thrown in the Paro used to wash with their blood and why the Jewish people? They've been suffering, not just then, they've been suffering for so long. God is not right. He's not right. It's just not right what he's doing. And her husband said, we must not say things like that. We shouldn't. She said, no, I'm saying it. I'm saying, no, please, you have to be quiet. Okay. She said, dear husband, if you say so, then I'll be quiet. She was quiet. Then they finished. He drank the 4 cups, and they're sitting there together. And he said, my dear wife, I thought about what you said. And you know what? I think you're right. I think you're right. I think that it's not fair what God did to us. But we're not going to change it by being miserable. We have to be happy, and we have to dance, and we're going to see that it was all for the good. She said, oh, now you're talking. And they stood up and they danced together. And the Baal Shem Tov said, I saw this, and I was happy, right? We should complain to God. It's not right what you're doing. You have to stop the exile. We have to stop it immediately right now. It's not fair. But on the other hand, we're not going to change things by being miserable. We have to also be happy. So we celebrate the Passover, what was, and we hope it's never going to happen again, and that God will reveal to us somehow that all the suffering that the Jewish people suffered was really good in a way that we'll also be able to understand it. That's why we need Mashiach now.